Hello, everybody, and welcome to the championship race. It is week 10 of the Wednesday Night Dash series, and although the championship has already been decided, we have a very close battle for second between Hunter Hughes and Dawson Buchanan, or Colton Gardner and Dawson Buchanan. Hunter Hughes has already secured the title after the race last week. As even if Colton Gardner wins the race and all bonus points he will, and Hunter Hughes does not even enter this race, Gardner will miss out by 1 point for the championship. As I'm joined again tonight by my partner, Andrew Zelnick. Andrew,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal. I'm ready for the great race that's about to happen.
So we have just 2 minutes left in practice here. Hunter Hughes, your championship winner, currently in first. Colton Gardner in third, and Dawson Buchanan not looking too good. Currently is in 11th. As before this race starts, let's take a quick look at the standings. So this is after race 9. As you can see, Hunter Hughes 45 points over Dawson Buchanan, who's in second. So Buchanan leads Colton Gardner by 3 points currently. And as a reminder, you get points. It's a NASCAR point system, but you get a bonus point for pole position, each lap led, and most laps led. So if Colton Gardner can lead some laps tonight, he could get a point back, and then he could get another point for a stage win. So it is going to be very close, although Buchanan, like we said, is down in 11th currently, just in the practice session. As we have just 40 seconds left until the start of qualifying. So as practice wraps up here, Hunter Hughes will finish in first. We head into qualifying. Let's take a look at the two that are fighting for second. Here's Colton Gardner. You can see him in practice. He'll finish third. Dawson Buchanan in the number 4 car. So tonight we're going to be focusing mainly on the number 4 and the number 40. As we said, fighting for second in the championship. Fighting for second and third in the championship. Brian McKinney, a little bit too far out to really do anything about, unless both these guys, or one of these guys, crashes out and finishes in last. But here's Dawson Buchanan coming out to start his qualifying in the purple Raisin Bran car.
We got a Tundra.
As he comes across the line, start his first lap. Although the green suit doesn't quite match the car, but So Buchanan across the line with a 30.4 as now we take a look at the 40 of Colton Gardner. As now he'll cross the line if he stops blinking out. Buchanan, Gardner, 7th. So Buchanan currently in 1st and Gardner 7th. As you also get a point for pole.
Over 0.2 of a second too. That's a pretty big gap.
Garner down to finish his 2nd lap. Where's that going to put him? Colton Garner to the top. Ahead of Buchanan. And if that stays on pole, that'll give him the extra point. Which makes the gap between the two just 2 points. As we head onto the green flag. However, qualifying is not quite over yet. Still maybe a few cars that have yet to do laps, which could take away that bonus point. Here we have the 18, that's Hunter Hughes. As he is the guy that I would bet on to beat one of these two. He's across the line. Big wiggle there. That's probably going to cost him. Yeah, Hunter Hughes.
They improved.
In 5th. Now here's the number 8. This is Brian McKinney, who's currently in 12th. 0.2 behind Colton Garner, who's on pole. There's Brian McKinney across the line. Does not look like he improved. So that seems to be about all the cars have qualified, except here is Eric Richardson. He's already finished with his quali. So it seems as if Colton Gardner is going to finish on pole, which also gives him the 1 point pole bonus, making the gap to Dawson Buchanan just 2 points before the green flag. So let's take a quick chance here and look at the session info for tonight. So we're at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A little bit about this track. It is obviously in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the United States of America. It opened in 1972, 1.5 miles in length with 20 degrees of banking. And as always, the session contains a 40-minute practice and a 5-minute or 2-lap qualification, which is just ending here with 15 seconds left. And tonight we have 75 laps, which, as always, around 45 minutes, with tonight the competition caution being at lap 30. So as qualifying wraps up, let's take a look at the starting grid for week 10 of the Wednesday Night Dash, the iRacing Wednesday Night Dash series. Colton Garner on pole, earning himself that extra bonus point. Dawson Buchanan 2nd. Eric Richardson will be starting in 3rd. Jack Smalin in 4th. Dylan Barron's 5th. Hunter Hughes in 6th. Ian Miller will be starting 7th. Lane Snow 8th. Vinny Silva starting 9th. Christopher Fuge 10th. John Miles 11. Nicholas Warboy 12. Brian McKinney 13. And DJ Fluck will be rounding out the field in 15th. The cars line up behind the pace car. We get ready to begin 75 laps. So let's pull in. Let's talk to Eric Richardson, starting in 3rd. Hey Eric, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, Eric, you're starting 3rd tonight. So, what is your, without giving too much away to any other drivers that would be listening, what is your strategy going into the race tonight?
Hopefully just keep it clean and have a good first half, learn what the other car or trucks and what my truck is doing, and get ready for a second half.
Andrew?
I was gonna ask, what line do you think is gonna be the best to run the race? Bottom, top, the middle?
Probably gonna move around, just looking for some clean air and just make sure I don't brush the wall on exit.
All right, thank you, Eric, and good luck tonight.
Yep. Good luck.
Thank you.
There's Eric Richardson starting from third. As the cars roll off, start finish, we're getting ready to go green. Season 4 of the Indy Racing World Series started last night at Kentucky. Here you can see the rest of the schedule for the remainder of the season, and drivers are still wanted. Green flags are at 10:15 Eastern on Tuesdays. It's the IR18 fixed. Setups 10 race season, including 8 ovals and 2 roads, and there's a $10 broadcast fee per season. And season 4 will be broadcast on Stadium Scene TV, which started last night. Visit frracingonline.com/IRWS for more info. Get ready to go green here for the final time in season 9. Pace car is off, and Colton Garner will lead the field to the green flag.
No, are you going 3 wide?
So we're already 3 wide. A little farther back. Almost making a 4 wide. Big crash.
Oh, we got a crash
right off
already.
the start. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That includes about 6 cars in it. As Colton
Not sure that
Garner,
was. Just we took a hard hit to the outside wall.
as Colton Garner in the lead, he'll lead lap 1. Let's take a look at what happened there on that start. Okay, the replay for some reason is not working. However, we had about 6 cars involved in that. As Colton Garner leading lap number 1, that's going to get him a lap-led bonus point. Meaning the point separation is just 1 between these two. However,
Lane Snow sets the fastest lap of the race.
if Colton Garner or Dawson Buchanan wins, that is the one, that is the person that will be finishing second, or essentially winning this battle for second in the championship. If just one of them wins, as the points gap from first to second is 5. However, every other gap is just 1. So if the gap is 1 point between them, they could actually tie if Gardner finishes 1 spot ahead of Dawson Buchanan, but not for the win. As
I
Buchanan
think he's
is
making this high side work.
Yeah, Buchanan getting past on the high side here by Hunter Hughes. But Hughes unable to clear him so far. So we take a closer look here at this battle in the top 3. Colton Garner leading with Hunter Hughes, the championship winner, right behind the number 18. And not far behind them is Dawson Buchanan in the number 4.
Lane Snow clipped the apron there on the corner entry, losing time.
Lane Snow is back in 5th at the moment. Now around Eric Richardson for 4th. Lane Snow in the number 5 trying to work his way through the field. After passing Eric Richardson, he's looking for more. He's going to look to the high side of Buchanan, but unable to make anything happen there.
The tires we're going to see more of these drivers look to the high side or the middle lane, try to find more speed.
Now we can see the drivers who were involved in that one crash. Dylan Behrens, Ian Miller, DJ Fluck, and Jack Smalin were the 4, or at least the 4 drivers that got it the worst. And I think Vinny Silva was included in that as well. So 5 cars involved in that lap 1 incident.
I think it was Jack Smalin took a really hard hit to the outside wall. He got the probably the most damage on anybody.
Yeah, Jack Smalin is 3 laps down. Even though they're still in the pits, here's Buchanan. He's looking to the high side of Hunter Hughes, trying to get that position back after he lost it on about lap 2 of the race. So now they're side by side. Turn 1. Hughes pull away. Buchanan looking back high. That's also going to allow Lane Snow to catch him a little bit. So now Buchanan switches to the low side. He's going to try and make the move here. Across the start finish and into turn 1.
Hughes got loose in turn 3 there and let Dawson Buchanan get underneath him.
Buchanan back to 2nd at the moment. Over there side by side. Up the back stretch once again. Buchanan with the inside. But Hughes seems to be making that outside work. Staying ahead of Buchanan by about a nose. About half a car length. Buchanan's going to have to just tuck in behind him. His top 7 cars of all.
Hard to pass up there right now.
The top 7 cars have all pulled away from the rest of this, or from the second half of this pack, or the second half of the field, I guess. All separated by just over a second. So here's Lane Snow looking for a move in Buchanan. Richardson being pursued by Nicholas Warboy in the 27, but also catching up to Lane Snow to look for P4 back.
Colton Gardner has not had any challenge with his lead so far this whole entire race. He's been sitting out there and nobody's even gotten close to attempting to make a pass on him.
And with the Spa 24 coming up this week, let's take a look at the FR Racing endurance schedule for basically all endurances, all iRacing official endurance events, which could be used as a tune-up. All races are Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern. And if you want to work on your GT racing or prep for an iRacing official event, join the FR Racing Discord via the link in the video description. And let them know you're here for the GT race. These 45 and 90-minute sprint events broadcasts these races are broadcasted right here on Stadium TV. As we take a look back at the race, Richardson's looking for a move on Lane Snow here. Richardson's looking low again, but doesn't quite at the edge going into turn 3. Richardson looks back to the inside to make a little bit of contact. Lane Snow goes way up the track as Richardson's able to clear him for 4th. Richardson still right on his back bumper. Gives him a bit of a push there.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be too happy about that move.
Yeah, they made quite a bit of contact. Richardson forced Lane Snow up the track, as now Lane Snow trying to defend off Warboy. As Warboy's looking for that 5th spot.
I think Lane Snow might be getting tight in the corners. Every time I see him, he's starting to wash up the track a little bit. I think he might have an issue.
As this is our battle for 2nd right here. Colton Gardner has been able to pull away to about half a second lead over the rest of the field. Here we have Hunter Hughes trying to take 2nd away from Dawson Buchanan. Dawson Buchanan currently leading Gardner by 1 point as we stand that's for 2nd in the championship. But as we said, if just one of them wins this race, they will be the one ending the season in 2nd. No matter the outcome of any bonus points. As Gardner also looking at the moment like he will get the most laps led bonus as well, which would actually tie them. Meaning, if he does get the most laps led, which is looking very likely, whichever one of them just finishes the best will be 2nd place. in the standings. However, Gardner could also get the extra point for a stage win. So in 4 laps here for the stage break, we actually could be tied. But Dawson Buchanan, all of a sudden, really catching up here. Got up by about a 10th as he's trying to work his way around lap traffic. I believe that's DJ Fluck, who is on fresher tires, so he'll actually make his way around the leader now, unlapping himself. But just 3 laps to go. Buchanan gonna see if he can put on a fight for the stage win here, which would be huge in the standings, especially if Colton Garner does have the most laps led bonus, as he's gotten this gap now to about 0.3 of a second, now back to 4, with 1 lap to go in the stage. I don't think it's going to be enough, but we will see. We're on lap 29. He's really closed this gap up these past 3 or 4 laps, all the way down to about 2.5 of a second. As they come around 3 and 4, not going to be enough, as Colton Garner will come across the line to win stage 1, but Buchanan with a huge push there at the end, as that gives Colton Garner the stage win, which ties them in the standings at the moment. So this battle for
It's going to come
second,
down to the wire.
yeah, this battle for second's getting very interesting here. Starting to look like Buchanan's going to have to win the race in order to keep his second spot. These cars will head on to pit road here momentarily after catching the pace car, in which we'll take a look at our pit road cam. So everybody's catching the pace car here. So let's take a look at our stage 1 results. So Colton Garner earning himself the extra point for the stage win, which, like we said, ties him and Buchanan for the championship, for second in the championship. Hunter Hughes finishing 3rd, who has already secured himself the championship, and then Richardson, who we spoke to before the race, in 4th. Nicholas Warboy rounding out the top 5. As everybody heading on to pit road here, we'll see how things shake up when they come out. Looks like we have a few cars staying out. Those are most likely our lap cars.
Can't make any mistakes on pit road with how hard it is to pass. This could cost you win with one little mistake.
A very crucial pit stop here. There's Colton Garner in the first pit box. Hunter Hughes behind him in the 18. Or that was Buchanan behind him in the 4. And it looks like Buchanan actually got jumped by Hunter Hughes right there. So Garner comes out once again in the lead. However, Dawson Buchanan losing a spot. He'll be starting 3rd on the inside line, which could benefit him on the restart. Being on the inside. Kind of depends how things play out here.
Make sure to make a 3-wide move down the bottom. You never know.
So for the stage break, once again, as we said, make sure to check out the IndyCar schedule, as week 1 was last night, first race of the season. Week 2 coming up, or race 2 coming up on the 23rd. That's going to be this upcoming Tuesday. So the Indy Racing World Series Season 4 has begun. And also, make sure you tune in to FR Racing's Garage Talk. Join Wednesday Night Dash drivers DJ Flock and Eric Richardson Fridays and Mondays for FR Racing's Garage Talk. Eric and DJ discuss the week in motorsports, recap the week in our iRacing leagues, and more. Tune in for the full show Friday mornings on FR Racing's YouTube channel or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. Racing Weekend Recap Show airs Monday mornings and replay Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Stadium Scene TV. Let's hear from the pace car. The lights in the pace car are going to be going out this time. Let's hear from one of the drivers that was involved in that lap 1 incident. Ian, you got us.
Yep.
Yeah, so Ian, we weren't really able to go back and see a replay of that incident on lap 1, but can you tell us about it? Like, what happened?
I think we were just, I don't know if we were 3, 4 wide, what was going on there. I stuck a nose up the inside. It was an opportunistic move. I think I was on the apron, so I don't know if what really went on there. I haven't gone back to look at the replay yet, so we'll see.
All right, so there you go, Ian Miller, out of the virtual infield care center and back into the car. Just 2 laps down.
Glad to see he's okay.
Yeah, really glad to see he's okay. No wrist injuries from a sudden wheel movement or anything like that. As we get ready to begin Stage 2, Colton Gardner leading the field to green. If he just leads 10 more laps here, that will confirm him the extra bonus point for most laps led, which would tie, or which would actually give him a point lead over Colton Gardner, or over Dawson Buchanan. As the pace car is off, we get set to go green once again at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As a green flag is back in the air. Really good restart by Buchanan.
Off the outside. This is a chance to get around them.
Around Hunter Hughes right away, and now on the outside of Colton Gardner, he's looking for the lead. Into turn 3, Buchanan with the edge. He leads by about a nose length over Colton Gardner. Gardner holding the inside as we come across the start finish, and for the first time today with a new leader. Gardner still on the low side though, as Buchanan not quite able to clear as they're still side by side here up the backstretch.
Buchanan's got to keep Gardner punched down the bottom of the track. Can't let him get too much space there.
It's across the start finish. It looks like Colton Gardner will be that lap. Once again, we're side by side at the backstretch. This time Buchanan with the edge. But Gardner gets it right back.
Gardner really drove in the corner that time. Buchanan's still there though.
Yeah, Buchanan's still there, not allowing Gardner to clear at all. Buchanan is much better into 1 and 2 than 3 and 4. Gardner pulls right back under.
Yeah, Buchanan washed up the track a little bit in turn 3. You can't keep him pinned down there. What can Hunter Hughes do here too, as these guys run side by side?
Really good battle for the race lead and second in the championship right now between these two. Putting on a really good show for the Wednesday Night Dash fans who have stuck with us throughout the entire season and seasons prior. As Gardner finally
just
able to
fully
clear.
Buchanan. Nope, now he... There he
Gardner
goes.
finally able to clear Buchanan, as everybody, for the most part, stacks back up single file. As Colton Gardner, after leading this lap, that will confirm he has the most laps of the race, which at the moment gives him the lead. Gives him the edge over Buchanan in the standings. So officially Colton Gardner is in second. However, we have to wait until the end of this race. As we said, the winner gets 40 points, as second gets 35, so that's 5 points that separate them between first and second. However, every other position separates them by 1 point. So if neither of them win, they could tie in points. As in the back of the pack, we got a lot going on. Over this battle up front, still not done. We got 3 wide in the back. That's for, it looks like, for 10th. That's Dylan Barron's, the number 1 car. So slot back behind 31 of Minnesota, who is a lap down. There's 2 laps down. Actually, Dylan Barron's the last car on the lead lap. Buchanan still leads by about a 10th.
Gardner and Buchanan make sure they didn't kill their tires without battling there. Run side by side like that, you can overheat your tires and wear them, and I'll kill you in the long run.
Yeah, that battle right there was huge for whoever came out in front. Because as I said, even if neither of them win the race, whoever finishes better will... Or if Colton Gardner finishes better, he will win. Or he will finish second in the championship. But if Buchanan finishes better, they will tie. And that's if they both finish second or below. We approach the 30 lap to go mark of this race. This top 4 have seemed to pull away from the rest of the pack. As the iRacing, the 4th annual MS charity race on iRacing just getting finished up here, meaning we may finally get that Spa 24 BOP release that we've been waiting on the entire day. As the people that make the decisions for the BOP, or at least release it, were most likely in that race. Like we said, just ending, so probably within the next hour, we should get the release for that. So we got a bit of a battle here going on for third. That's Warboy. He's right up on the bumper of the 18 of Hunter Hughes. Look to the outside.
Looks so hard to pass out there. It's hard to get a good run off the corner.
Hard to pass. As we saw Buchanan and Gardner going at it for the first like 5 or so laps of the stage, but Buchanan just unable to finish the move. It's the 27 taking a huge. They're going really low there.
I'll get the inside. Can't stick it.
Just 25 laps for Dawson Buchanan to catch up to Gardner and make his move to secure his second spot in the championship.
Maybe Kansas City has to save his tires for these next couple laps and go for one last charge at the end. I think it's his only chance.
Yeah, if Buchanan does exactly what he did at the end of stage 1, but just tries to make his move a little bit sooner, that's the only way I see him being able to do anything. But we still have a battle for third going on here. So Warboy's going to look to the inside again. And once again, he can't do anything with it.
Ooh, where's the apron there?
He keeps looking the inside and can't do anything. However, let's take a look back at this battle for the lead.
Closing down under a tenth of a second.
Yes, Buchanan's really starting to close this gap.
He can get there, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get alongside him to try to side draft and get a run on him.
Coming into tonight, Buchanan led Colton Gardner by 3 points in the standings. As we speak, Colton Gardner is now a point ahead of Buchanan after getting the pole, 1 point pole bonus, 1 point lap lead bonus, 1 point. Actually, my calculations were incorrect, as Buchanan has also led a lap, meaning they are actually tied for that position. At the moment, as Buchanan not quite able to do anything after catching up to Garner. As because they are tied, that means whichever one of them finishes better, regardless of where on track, they will finish second in the standings. Buchanan's Gardner's lead is about 3/10 over Buchanan. At the beginning of the stage, they were side by side for about 5 laps. Buchanan's trying to do everything he can to stay with Colton Gardner. But nothing really seems to be working for him, as we have just
so hard to
15
go
laps to go.
alongside somebody.
Gardner's gap just keeps on growing. It's now about 3/10. As we take a look at this battle for third again. So there's Warboy way to the inside onto the apron, and they're side by side into turn 1. Hughes now pulls away a little bit from Warboy, who's now also being caught by Eric Richardson. He's going to look high on Warboy.
Here comes Eric Christian on the inside. Warboy again, can't make it stick.
Warboy looks to the outside again. It's so hard to pass here, as he goes way low now.
Down below the white line. Almost 3 wide in the corner there.
Now they're side by side. Warboy down to the apron, clipping the grass even. Finally might be able to clear. Not quite, as now
Right.
here's also Eric Richardson, who's looking to
By
the
Lane Snow, they're
inside.
getting in the mix now.
And so here we got a 4-car battle. This is for third. The gap for the win and second in the championship almost settled.
Whoa! 13
So
car
here's
very sideways
Warboy
though.
up high now. Warboy trying to make the high side work. Finally, he's able to clear Hunter Hughes for third. It's now Hunter Hughes pursued by Lane Snow. Snow looks for a move. Lane Snow looks high on Hunter Hughes, which is how Warboy was able to make the pass. He's going to try and do the same. Hughes holding the inside pretty well, however. But Lane Snow able to get around him, and now here's Eric Richardson. He goes way high, basically
Way up, almost in the wall.
up to the wall.
Can you get a good run up the corner here?
Seeing if he's able to make that work for him. This time he runs a little bit more towards the middle. But looks like he'll be able to clear Hunter Hughes as well. So Hunter Hughes kind of looking like he just used up too much of his tires earlier in the stint, as Nicholas Warboy in third now. As this gets settled, let's take a look back at the front of the pack. It's 7/10 of a gap. Buchanan looking like he used up too much on that initial restart of stage 2. They are tied in the standings for second. Buchanan leading by 7, or Gardner leading Buchanan by 7/10. He's led basically the entire race.
You put on a clinic today. Nobody was even pretty much only on that restart after
Yeah,
the stage break. Did you have any
just the restart.
competition? They became like one last charge here at the end.
Just 5 laps to go. Buchanan closing the gap a little bit here by about half a tenth on that lap. We'll see if he was saving up, if he's able to make anything happen here. The gap was about 6.5 tenths of a second.
He lost some time
Across
in
the
turn 1
finish.
there.
Yeah, turn 1 he lost a lot of time. He's going to need a miracle for this to work out for him. It's back
Maybe
to
he can,
7.
yeah. Maybe try, going to the way up to the top or something different. You're not going to catch him around the bottom.
Yeah, the gap increases by about 1/10 that lap. Just 3 laps to go. Buchanan continues to pull away. 8/10 this time across the line. Warboy actually starting to catch Buchanan for second, but I don't think there's going to be nearly enough time. Buchanan's lead almost a second.
I think Buchanan just used up his stuff on that initial start there and didn't have enough for the end.
As we come around turn 4 to begin the final lap of the season of the Wednesday Night Dash Series. Buchanan leading. White flag in the air. His gap is about a second over Colton Gardner. Colton Gardner's gap is about a second over Buchanan. As at a turn 4, Colton Gardner will win the championship race and secure his spot in second in the championship. Dawson Buchanan will finish second in the race, third in the championship, and then Hunter Hughes finishing 6th in the race, however winning the championship of this season. what a way to end the season. Great race there. Basically the entire time for the win. As you can see, everybody congratulating Colton Garner on the win in second place. As there are your top two, the 40 and the 18, top two of the championship. As we'll wait for them to come join us. As if I'm being honest, I don't know what Christopher Fuge is doing with them. Oh, never mind. I thought they were going for the podium. I guess they're all just riding around together.
One last lap on the season.
One last lap. All the virtual fans in the stands watching.
Packed house tonight.
As Colton Garner will do his burnout. Oh, he almost gets hit. Colton Garner about destroys the car. Oh, as they bump into each other here. Wow, how beautiful is that?
What a burnout.
As there you have it, the race winner and the championship winner. Burning it out together. Great race. Great
Oh, they
way
almost
to
hit
end up the
again.
season. Oh, they hit each other.
Oh, well, it's the end of the year.
Yeah, they've got 4 weeks to clean up the mess.
Yeah, they yeah, quite a bit of bumping each other right there. I'm sure the team owners are not going to be happy when they get that bill coming in the mail. But yeah, what a way to end the season there. So let's first of all, I guess let's talk to who even finished third. Nicholas Warboy. Nick, are you in here?
He's not.
Oh, he's not. Dawson, you there?
I'll go get him.
All right, Dawson finishing second. Just not quite able to finish the championship in second, but really good race there. You were side by side with Colton Garner for that restart. What do you think? Kind of, I guess I don't want to say went wrong, but why do you think you fell off so hard and were unable to catch him there at the end?
I think towards the end there, tires got really hot, front tires got really hot, and was pushing up the track a lot. And probably didn't help my cause when me and Colton were running side by side for the first little bit of that second stage. But I mean, it was super fun. We were battling pretty hard there, and it just seemed like if you could ever make the pass, then you could hold them off. But it was really hard to pass. But yeah, just after we ran side by side there, I think I just burned the tires up too much.
Yeah, it did seem like it was really hard to pass during that whole race. Andrew, what do you got?
I was just gonna ask do you think you could have done anything different on that restart to get around him? Do you think it's just too hard to pass? There's nothing you could really have done.
On the restart, I maybe could have lagged back a little bit and got a jump, and then maybe split it 3 wide on the bottom. But I mean, that's just, that's stretching a little bit, and because it's hard to tell when the leader's going to go. But if I could have timed it right and done that, then it may have been different. But I mean, Colton was still super fast tonight, and just props to him for running that great of a race.
Yeah, congrats on P2 of the race and third overall in the championship, and great season. Nick, you here?
I am here.
Yeah, so you had a pretty good battle there with Hunter for a while.
That was
What?
fun.
Yeah, what did you change with your strategy, and what did you do to be able to finally clear and get around him?
I honestly just kind of drove it a little harder and a little harder, a little harder. I mean, he was one hell of a person to pass. I'll tell you what. Jeez, oh Pete's. It took me forever to do it, and I vouch for him. That I give him props. That was a hell of a fight. That was fun. Um, I don't know. I was able to get down on my under him a few times, and he held me down. I'm like, all right, well, let's see if I can get a good run off of 3-4, get down the front stretch and get to his outside, and then kind of get up a little bit and then hold him down and get around. And it ended up working out. I did end up giving him a few shots in the back to be like, hey, I gotta go, bud. But, you know, it's part of racing. No harm, no foul. He didn't spin, and I didn't try to intentionally wreck him. I just gave him a little nudges here or there. I'm still confused on how I made it through the turn 1 incident on the first lap. That's what I'm kind of going back through right now. It was like,
Yeah.
Carl, hi, I'm lost.
Andrew.
Hunter, that was fun battling with you.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask, did the track change at all as the race went on, or does it kind of feel the same?
The track felt the same, but the tires were definitely hot. I think when I pitted when we went and pit and I looked at the tires, they were sitting at 280 to 290. They were
Oh
screaming
wow.
all the way
Yeah.
around. But it was I eventually got into the rhythm of coming high, let off, and then as soon as I got back on, the car would turn towards the bottom and it would shoot off.
Yep.
All right, and then Colton, race winner, second in the championship. Colton, you basically dominated that entire race. Kind of walk us through what your strategy was going into that, and then how does it feel to, after the unfortunate, I think Sonoma was the race you were unable to do. How does it feel to finish second in the championship?
It's pretty cool. First I wanna shout out my niece. It's her birthday today, so happy birthday, Khaleesi. I'm glad I was able to get a win for you tonight. Um, but first off, or second off, uh, Dawson, he put up one heck of a fight tonight. That was a lot of fun. Banging doors with him all night long, just about. And when it come down to strategy, I knew clean air was going to be a king, and holding the bottom the whole race. That was the key to it, I feel, because you could not use the middle to the top. It was more of a hindrance than anything. Um, but it was really nice to be able to get out there and win another one.
Andrew?
First of all, congrats on the win, and I just noticed the whole race that you seem to conserve your tires very well. So, is there anything you tried to do especially to keep your tires good for the whole run?
Mainly just tried to, if I got a gap on second, just try and maintain the gap. Let it close up a little bit into the corners. That was really just about it. Be a little bit more forgiving on the inputs into the corner, because the farther you turn it in, the more it's going to heat up them tires and wear them.
Yep.
But mainly just that, really.
All right. Colton, congrats. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say just thanks to all my sponsors. It's pretty cool being in the Jiffy Lube truck again, and I think I've won every single race with them on except for one. And just thanks to French Broad and everybody. Congratulations to Hunter on the championship. It's well deserved. It's really cool to be able to win championships in Wednesday Night Dash and as a driver. and being able to do it as an owner is pretty cool too. But congrats to him, and good job on broadcasting this season.
Thank you, Colton. Congrats on the win and second in the championship. And by the way, I think your engine just blew.
10-4, it did.
So Hunter, congratulations on the championship win. First of all, with this race, you're running third there for a while. Kind of walk us through what happened, what dropped you down to P6.
Yeah, I mean, the truck at mile and a halfs are just not my strong suit, and I do want to apologize to Nicholas because I was driving stupid there at the end. I was just upset and frustrated, and I was throwing bad blocks, and I was just.
You know what? I don't need you to apologize because that was fun as hell.
I appreciate that, but yeah, I was a little annoyed, and then at that point, once Nicholas got by me, then I just dropped like a rock, and there was nothing I could do. But yeah, it's a good thing I got the early season was good for me because the second half of the season was not how I would have liked it to go. But yeah, it's really cool to come from getting second and third place in the championship points like multiple seasons in a row. And then I step away for 2 seasons to do the broadcasting, and I come back, and I told all of the SMR guys, I was like, I can feel it this season. I was like, this season just feels good. And then we knocked it off at Pocono, and I was like, okay, maybe there's a real shot here. Yeah, big thanks to Colton and Chris Fuge for inviting me on when I told them that I was gonna be back in the driver's seat. Been good friends with them ever since we first got into this league. Yeah, so it's like and then big thanks to DJ and Eric. Every single season you guys put on one heck of a show. And it's really cool to see that this season we got our numbers up, and we were averaging about 16 drivers a race, which was really, really cool to see. And I feel really good about the state that Wednesday Night Dash is in, and I'm very excited for the future.
Yeah, once again, Hunter, congrats on the championship and great season.
Thank you.
And then DJ, are you there? Oh,
yes,
yeah,
I am. It's the ceremonial, what did I finish, 12th tonight? 12th place interview? What a night, what a season. But yeah, thank you, Hunter. That really, really means a lot, and this was now season 9 officially of this, and, as Hunter said, this is the most people we've had come out to race with us, and we had 22 drivers race with us, and obviously some people are going to drop off and disappear like always, but we had really good numbers throughout the entire year, and with the larger fields come some sketchier moments, as we all witnessed at Daytona earlier in the season. And yeah, but it happens. It's racing, and honestly, it's not too far off of the real Craftsman Truck Series. Probably just prevented myself from ever getting a VIP invite to one of those races, but hey,
my only win
is what it is. But I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. Also, we had probably the most viewership we've had this season. We've had races where there are like 100 people tuning in over a given week, which is unbelievable considering where this started from, where it was just Eric and I messing around on a Wednesday night, and like my mom would tune in, and like one other person, and what we've built with and it goes to all these drivers and the teams that have formed as a result of this, and it's something that we built that's really special, and I'm really proud to be just a little piece of that.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So I was just going to say to close up, we're going to take a couple weeks off like we usually do post-season, just to kind of recharge, and we're going to switch cars, and we're going to the Xfinity Series for the first time starting August 14th.
Yeah, yeah, DJ, I just want to say thanks for letting us commentate this. And that's basically it.
Well, thank you, and I'll look forward to having you back in the booth next season.
Awesome. Andrew, any final words?
It was very fun to commentate. I want to thank everybody for the opportunity, and just a very fun season. I'm excited for the next one.
Yep, you'll be seeing us. We'll be doing the Fox broadcast for the NASCAR race next week. Me and Andrew. So make sure you tune in.
Oh yeah.
Because they watched the race tonight and they called us and said we were better than the guys they currently have. So. But,
We're not earning many friends tonight, are we?
But thank you. Thank you for everybody that tuned in to watch tonight and throughout the rest of the season. And we'll see you next week. Or actually, I guess Tuesday night for the IndyCar season.